First, I want to give an overview of our season. Since we graduated 60% of our team last year, and we had a couple of upperclassmen that didn't come out this year. We had a very small team, but we've done very well so far this year. And this is the first chance we get to really stretch our legs out and see how we're going to do for the season. Since we have such a small team, we're going to emphasize individual goals more than team goals. And I have 4 or 5 kids that are really looking forward to getting into regional this year. On the boys' side, Mike Mason, Kevin Mason, Nick Raposa, and Scott Pease are looking for a chance to really do well in the districts. That'll get them into regionals. We do well in regionals, that'll get us in the state meet. On the girls' side, Emily Townsend and Caitlin Raposo have the same goal. So we're looking for some outstanding swims from them this year, and hopefully we'll get somebody in the state meet. We haven't had anybody in the state meet in quite a while. Other than that, we're looking for an exciting race tonight, and we look forward to a real good season, starting with the Kecoughtan Invitational in 2 weeks, and then we will swim the districts at the end of January. 2 weeks from that is the regionals, and hopefully a week from that we'll be in the state meet. Thanks.
We got a really young team this year. Only have one starting senior. Most of my kids are juniors and sophomores. We're really expecting big things this year. We have a really big team. I have about 4 or 5 kids whose goal is to make it to state. I'm expecting over half my team to make it to district, and then of that half, probably about 15 that'll make it to regionals. We have one state swimmer on our team, Skylar Hutchinson, who finished, I think he finished 14th in the 100 breast at state this year, out of the whole state of Virginia.
Tell us about your relays and what you expect those swimmers to do in the district meet, and then that'll carry over into the regional meet, and then hopefully this one
Going to state, yes. We have a really good boys medley and girls medley team this year. Usually we're fighting for the 200 free, but this year we're focusing on our medley relays. They're both really good. We're hoping that they'll make it to regionals. I'm pretty sure they will. After that, our goal is state, so be looking for them tonight.
Right now we're 4-0, and our goals for the season is really all contingent on districts. I'd like to place at least in the top 2 in districts if I can do that. So far we're right on track for the couple swimmers that made it to regionals. We're on track for what they were doing last year. I also had a relay team that missed regionals by 1 place, or missed states by 1 place. And I'm really, all the same guys are back, and I hope they're going to make states this year.
Yeah, tell us about your Kecoughtan Invitational meet and how you'll use that to prepare for the districts.
The Kecoughtan Invitational is a great meet because it really gives the guys an idea how the regional competition is going to be. You get schools from not only the AAA, but we get the AA and single A schools, and we get the cream of the crop coming to that meet. And it gives a lot of really good competition. It's a good meet to prep for the regionals and the states.
I'm Marty Wood from Hampton High School. I'm the head coach.
And I'm James White. I was the former swimmer last year.
Bethel High School.
From Bethel High School.
Standout swimmer.
And we are here at the Hampton Kecoughtan Bethel Swim Meet.
That's right.
And
Hampton University.
Yes.
Collins Hall.
And we're about to start event number 2, which is the women's 200-meter medley relay.
Do we have anyone in lane 1? Doesn't look like it. Lane 2 is Hampton High School. Backstroke, Macy Smith. Breaststroke, Allie Schaefer. Butterfly, Megan Mitcher. And Freestyle, Elizabeth Dalby. And lane 3, we have Kecoughtan, Megan Baldwin. Breaststroke, Elizabeth Carey. Butterfly, Jenna Napier. And Freestyle, Chrissy Perry. Lane 4, starting with backstroke, is Beth Wilkins. Breaststroke, Amber White. Butterfly, Emily Townsend. And freestyle, Caitlin Raposa. And over there in lane 6 is Kecoughtan. That's Emily Malone swimming the backstroke. Kara Peters will be doing breaststroke. We got Brooke Stickle swimming the fly, and Mallory Middleton swimming freestyle.
All right, looks like we have a good race here in lanes 3 and 4.
Yes. Wow. Look at Hampton. Got a good race there in the middle of the pool. Lanes
And
3 and
lane
4.
6.
That's
Lane
Bethel,
6 is
all
there too.
3. That's right.
All right.
Usually it's the breaststroke that determines these races because the breaststroke is probably one of the hardest races to sprint.
And it looks like it's going to be almost the same time.
Yep. Here we go. Let's see if Hampton can hold it out in the butterfly. I have a feeling that Kecoughtan is going to pull ahead here in lane 3.
I don't know. You got to watch out for Bethel and the other Kecoughtan team, too. They're not far
Yeah,
behind.
Bethel's pulling up. How's Caitlin Raposa's free? Do you know?
She's pretty good. I've seen her. She's only a freshman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
She's only a freshman?
Yeah.
All right. Morgan Stickle in lane 3. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's Chrissy Perry in lane 3 and Caitlin Raposa in lane 4. Caitlin Raposa's pulling ahead. See if she can catch Hampton.
It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, Hampton's going to have to really keep it going. There you go. We got it. First place, Hampton High School. Second, Bethel. And it looks like Kecoughtan's coming in third. I'm going to try to get a time on this next one. It's 200 free. The boys 200 free. Lane 2 from Hampton High School is Donald Kleckner. Lane 3 is Jacob Ruth from Kecoughtan High School. Lane 5 is Brian Smith from Hampton High School. And lane 6 is Graham Spady from Kecoughtan. Bethel doesn't have anyone in this event. Looks like Kecoughtan has an exhibition swimmer in lane 1. Somebody trying to qualify for the district meet obviously just needs a time. Their time won't count for points, but it does count if they're trying to make it to the district race or meet. Got lane 6 pulling ahead, Graham Spady.
Yeah, but it's early on in this race. And
Yeah, it's early. We'll see if he can hold on to that lead. Will this be at the 100 when he touches?
What? Yeah, this is at the 100.
This is at the 100. All right, here
So
we go. This is the 4th lap.
They're halfway done.
Yep, halfway done. Looks like the other Kecoughtan swimmer, Jacob Ruth, is catching up on the Graham Spady's lead. Can't count out Donald Kleckner, though. They all should be starting to pick it up here at the bottom of the race. This should actually be the point where they start noticing a pickup in speed if they've been trained right. And you can really tell over there in lane 6, he's really starting to pick it up with his kick. Same thing here with Donald Kleckner in lane 2.
All right, and as we're coming around, this is the last 25.
Looks like Jacob here is might catch up to Graham. Graham might have went out a little fast. He's slowing down.
That's okay. And that was just around, these are unofficial times, but this is around, that was around a 2:09.
For Graham? All right.
Yes.
That's pretty decent. The qualifying time for the Kecoughtan Invitational is a 2:13, and district qualifying time is 2:42. Brian Smith here finishing his last lap from Hampton High School. Good job. All right, next up, we're going to have the girls 200 free. All right, 200 free is 8 laps of the pool. For Hampton High School in lane 2, we have Allie Schaefer. For Kecoughtan High School in lane 3 is Elena Williams. And Mary Kate Esposito in lane 6. Oh, it looks like she's moved over to lane 4. Oh, here we come. This is Mary Kate. Not sure who's in lane 4. It's another Kecoughtan swimmer trying to get a time for the district meet. Again, the only scoring lanes here is lanes 2, 3, and 5. The other 2 lanes are just trying to get that time for district meet. Qualifying time for the district meet for the girls is a 2:45.99. And if these girls want to qualify for the Kecoughtan Invitational, they need to come with a 2:25, which is pretty fast for girls. Lane 3's pulling ahead. That's Elena Williams from Kecoughtan. The other 2 Kecoughans are keeping up, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mary Kate in lane 6, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. They're on the 3rd lap of the race.
So they're almost halfway done.
Almost halfway done. This is definitely a hard race. Did you ever swim the 200 free?
Yes,
Bethel?
actually I did a couple times.
A couple times. I know the 50 free and 100 free and even 100 back were your race, though, right?
Yeah. This is one of those races where you have to be conditioned
Yes, very
to
much
swim
so.
fast and
Long.
yes, and long,
Yeah.
and be able to pace yourself.
Yeah, it's really hard to try to figure out when to start sprinting, and a lot of them tend to go out too fast, and you'll see those drop back immediately, you know, as soon as you get to the midway point. But then again, a lot of these swimmers are what we call year-round swimmers, and usually in these events like the 200 free and 500 free, you can really tell the difference between the year-round swimmers and the high school swimmers.
And a lot of times whenever you swim the 200, you also have to look at if you want to keep up with the people. If someone comes out faster than you,
Right.
you have to determine how far you can get ahead or let them get
Right.
ahead.
Before you can catch them, right?
Yeah, before you have to know your own limitations,
A lot of
which is what I found hard sometimes whenever I was swimming this event.
Yeah, a lot of times these races are run by who has the best turns, you know. Those turns can make or break your race. Looks like we got the 200 boys IM lining up behind the blocks. Who finished first there? Was that lane 3?
Yeah, it was Elena. She came in
Elena
with
Williams.
a 2:21.
2:21. She qualified for Kecoughtan. I'm sure she probably has a little bit faster time than that. All right. Next up, we got the boys 200 IM. This is an individual medley event. They're going to start with the fly. It's going to be fly, back, breast, and free. They're going to swim 2 laps of each stroke. This is another race that you really got to be conditioned for. In lane 2 from Hampton High School is Skylar Hutchinson. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is Riley Sayers. Lane 5 is Hampton High School. That's Tommy Kleckner. In lane 6, we have Philip Stickle.
And this is one of those races where you know your strong strokes, and you have to take advantage on those.
Right. I'm probably predicting that Riley Sayers is going to win this race. That's him in lane 3. But it looks like Philip Stickle is going to be some tough competition for him. I think the butterfly, if I'm not mistaken, might be Philip's event.
Yeah, he's
I know that,
very well at that.
In lane 2, Skylar's event is the breaststroke. So you're going to see him catching up and gaining some momentum on his breaststroke. But Riley Sayers there in lane 3 is a heck of a breaststroker too. So not sure if Skylar's going to be able to catch him or not. I don't know, James. Looks like Philip might be pulling this one out. If he can hold it through the breaststroke.
That's where the determining factor, I think, will be
For the
is in the breaststroke.
most medley relays or IMs,
that's where your races are won. You got to be a strong breaststroker to swim the IM. If you don't have a very strong breaststroke, IM is not the race for you. There you go. You're going to see Skylar gain a little bit here in lane 2. But then again, Riley is a top breaststroker in the Peninsula District, so I have a feeling he's going to hold on to this. He might be able to catch Phillip over there. But Phillip looks like he's doing pretty good to me.
Now it just comes down to the freestyle and
Yep.
who has the more endurance and who has a better turn, which is...
Yeah, I don't know. You know how those stickles are.
Yeah.
They got endurance. Can't forget about Tommy Kleckner over there in lane 5. Tommy's only a freshman. This is his first year swimming for Hampton High School. So you got to remember, he's swimming against guys that are juniors and seniors. And he's still holding it up.
Oh, yeah, no, he's doing great.
Here we go. Well, I was wrong. I thought Riley was going to get that one. Phillip got him. Good job, Phillip.
Phillip had a 2:15.
2:15?
Yep.
Let's see what the qualifying time for Kecoughtan Invitational is a 2:34, so that must be a pretty good time for him. 2:15 is pretty impressive. All right, next up we got the girls 200 individual medley. You got Macy Smith from Hampton High School in lane 2. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is another Stickle, Morgan Stickle. In lane 6 is Emily Malone.
And in lane 4, you have Emily Townsend.
Emily Townsend in lane 4. Where's my Bethel?
This should be a good race. I think this one's going to be pretty close throughout the whole race.
It's going to be tight. You know, like we said before, the determining factor is going to be in the middle of the race here with the backstroke and the breaststroke. Looks like everybody's holding their own for butterfly. Everybody's pretty much even in the middle of the pool.
And I know Emily's breaststroke is pretty good too. So
right.
I don't know about any other ones, but I know Emily's is very well. So
right, Macy Smith, she's got a pretty decent backstroke, and her breaststroke's coming along. So not sure if Emily's going to be able to catch her in that one. But I know that breaststroke is definitely Emily's thing. So we're going to see. Can't count out Morgan Stickle.
no, you definitely can't.
You know, breaststroke was Coach Stickle's thing, so I'm sure that he's conditioned the rest of his family to be the same way. Pretty much natural breaststrokers. Emily's going to gain a little bit here. All right. This is when the race gets really tough. They got to really put it on in this last 50 of freestyle.
This is when people just go all out because they know that if someone's behind them,
Yep, you
can't
underestimate your opponent, that's for sure. Looks like Emily's gained some ground there in the breaststroke. I don't know if she's going to be able to pull ahead of Morgan or not.
And I know Emily's more of a long distance
Swimmer anyway.
So
she might be able to. She's
it
definitely
depends
got a
on
lot
the turn
left
now.
in her.
Now it's on the turn. They
She
both
doesn't
have
look
pretty good
tired at
turns.
all. I don't think anybody's going to catch Macy though. Macy's got a big lead.
It's all right. We got a race for second here in lanes 3
Got
and
a
4.
race for second.
Looks like Emily's just
I think
little
Emily's
bit
gonna
ahead.
get it.
And yep, it looks
All
like
right,
Emily
that
pulled
was
that
a
one
great
in.
race between them two, Morgan and Emily. All right, next up is my favorite events, the 50 freestyle. This is 2 laps of the pool.
This is probably one of the most exciting races.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. We got, and this is definitely Bethel's thing here. In lane 1, we got Nick Raposa. Lane 2,
from Hampton High School is Derek Stevens. Lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is Cody Stickle. Lane 4 from Bethel is Scott Pease. Lane 5 from Hampton High School is Adam Daubie. And lane 6 from Kecoughtan High School is Austin Smith. We got a Bethel High School. Is that Nick Raposa? No, that's Scott Pease.
Scott Pease, and Nick is
Good
in
job.
lane 1. Look like Nick got second, but I don't know
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't
sure.
be surprised at all if Bethel pulled out first and second in this event. 50 freestyle seems to be their event this year. All right, here you go. Lane 1 from Bethel High School is Beth Wilkins. In lane 2 from Hampton High School is Elizabeth Daubie. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is Morgan Sullivan. In lane 4 from Bethel is Caitlin Raposa. Lane 5 from Hampton's Janae Kelly. And lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Megan Baldwin. Watch these girls. Yeah, I knew Morgan Sullivan's going to win this.
Yeah, Morgan
She
Sullivan
has
is
an
a
awesome
great
freestyle.
freestyler.
She really does. Look at the girls' kick. See what I was talking about?
And Kaylin was right there behind her.
Yep.
That was about a 26, 27.
Wow.
So
What's
those
the qualifying? Qualifying time for girls is 32.99 for districts and 28.5 for the Kecoughtan Invitational. Now, the 50 freestyle is probably my favorite race, but the butterfly, it's a very close second. All right. In lane 2 from Hampton High School, we have Adam Daubie. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School, we have Garrett Lynn taking an early lead. In lane 5 from Hampton High School is Marcus Herrera. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan High School is Philip Stickle. Now, butterfly, the hardest part of this race, this 100 butterfly, is going to be the third lap of the pool. You'll notice with butterfly, it's very important, and you'll be disqualified if you don't do this. You have to touch with 2 hands at each end of the pool. And you have to do the same kick. See him? He's an awesome butterflyer, Garrett Lynn. This is his event.
Yeah, and he's just an all-around great swimmer.
I know.
I've seen him swim.
I like watching him swim. Look at that. We got a race over there. Lanes
Lanes
5 and
five and
6.
six.
Looks like Philip
I don't know. You
Stickle.
can't count out lane 2 though. It's right there.
Oh, Philip Stickle's got that. All right, next up, we have the girls 100 fly. 4 laps of the pool, butterfly. Somebody must be taking pictures. All right, girls 100 fly. Lane 2, Megan Mitchner from Hampton High School. In lane 3 is Morgan Sullivan from Kecoughtan High School. In lane 6 is Elena Williams from Kecoughtan High School. And lane 4 from Bethel High School is Emily Townsend. All right, I think Emily might, oh no, it's gonna be Morgan Stickle.
All right, this should
Morgan
be a good
Stickle's
race.
gonna win this race.
I don't know. It's close. It's going to be a close one, I think.
I don't know, James.
And really, again, another point in butterfly is you're streamlined when you come off the wall.
Right.
That always helps.
And for those that don't know, streamline is what they're doing right now underneath the water. Their hands are above their head, and their feet are straight behind them. This is that event that became so famous because of Michael Phelps. This is one of his events, butterfly.
Yes, it is.
I think this is the one they had the photo finished with at the Olympics to determine if he won or not. I can't remember who he was swimming, if it was the French or the Australians, but it was one of them.
I do not remember.
Told you, Morgan Stickle from Kecoughtan,
And that was about a 107.
107.
That's not a bad time.
No, that's a Kecoughtan qualifying time. 107 flat for the KHS Invitational and 115.99 to make it to the district meet. Next up, we got the boys 100 freestyle.
This is another one of those exciting races, too.
Lane 1.
Oh, wait, we may have a second heat for the girls 100 butterfly. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, we sure do. Wasn't expecting that. You don't usually see a second heat of 100 fly, but again, they're trying to qualify for districts or the Kecoughtan Invitational. Most of us are about halfway through our season. I think swimming might be one of the shortest seasons that
High school sports.
in high school sports. After this meet, Hampton, I know, will be halfway through their season, and next week we're 3/4 of the way through. We only have one more regular season meet, and we just started swimming, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So that's why these coaches are trying to get all these exhibition swimmers in, see if they can get their district qualifying times. Here you go, the hardest part of the race, the third lap. She doesn't seem like she's going to have a problem with it. There you go. What time in this one? Wanted to see what her time was in lane 3. Right.
We're
Boys are getting ready for the 100 butterfly. I don't think there'll be a 100 butterfly. Freestyle. 100 freestyle. 4 laps of the pool. This is a sprint. Really hard to sprint 4 laps, but that's what the 100 free is, a sprint. These guys are all going for their KHS qualifying times. Kecoughtan Invitational time for this event, the boys 100 free is a 58, which is pretty fast. Especially if you're not a year-round swimmer, that's fast. All right, in lane 1 from Bethel, we have Nick Raposa. In lane 2 from Hampton, we have Corey Burke. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan, we have Garrett Lynn. Lane 4 from Bethel is Scott Pease. In lane 5 from Hampton is Paul Markbart. And in lane 6 from Bethel is Zach Christnow. That's from Kecoughtan. Did I say Bethel?
Yeah. All right, and I think this is gonna be a close one between Garrett Lynn and Scott Pease. Garrett Lynn's a great freestyler, and Scott has improved so much.
Garrett's pulling ahead of this one. He's almost a full body length ahead.
I think these are both gonna be fast times. I think
There you
both of
go,
them
lanes,
are gonna qualify for.
Lane 1 and 2
There's a close race
are
there
neck
too.
and neck.
And 5 and 6 aren't too far behind. It's a close race. And Garrett swam a 50.
Wow, 50 flat.
Yes, 50 flat. And then Scott came right behind him though with a
He's
53.
probably
So
50 high. You can expect to see about 2 or 3 heats of the 100 freestyle for boys exhibition.
all right, we're about to start heat 2.
Boys 100 freestyle, 4 laps of the pool. I know this is another one of Coach Griffin's favorite things. He's seems to be known as a sprint coach here around the Hampton City schools. I know we practiced with him last year when our pool broke down, and he's a great coach, especially when it comes to sprinting freestyle.
Yeah, he turned me into a sprinter.
Yeah, because when you began as a freshman, you were doing the 200 free, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Right.
I was more of a distance swimmer, but Coach Griffin changed that.
Yeah, Coach Griffin loves the sprints.
All right, we're about to go on the last lap here of the 100 freestyle.
None of these guys have caps on. I would have expected them to be wearing swim caps. especially if they're going for district times.
All right.
All right, I'm sure we probably have another heat of this coming up.
Yep, that's what it looks like. We have one more. I think this may be the last one, but I'm not 100% sure.
Looks like I just see 2 Hampton swimmers. Yep, 2 Hampton swimmers, lane 3 and lane 5. In case you wanted to know, that's Lawrence Alexander in lane 3 and Casey Burke in lane 5. Casey Burke comes from a family of swimmers. I've coached all 3 of his other siblings. He's the last one in line coming to Hampton High School to swim. Seems to be a lot of siblings on swim teams. There's the Stickles at Kecoughtan, you and your sister at Bethel, the Raposas.
The Masons.
The Masons, we got the Dobbies, Hampton High School, the Kleckners. Got a lot of siblings on my team. Makes good for sibling rivalry when you put them in the same event. Uh-oh, looks like Casey Burke forgot this was 100 free.
All right, next up, after they finish their last 25, will be
This is the 500 free. Is that what's coming up
500?
next? Oh no, the girls
No, we
100
forgot
free.
the girls, 100 free.
All right, here we go with the girls 100 free.
All right, this should be a pretty good race.
All right, in lane 2 from Hampton is Elizabeth Dobby. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan is Morgan Sullivan. In lane 4 from Bethel is Caitlin Raposa. Lane 5 from Hampton, Janae Kelly. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan, Elena Williams.
And I think we're going to see a close race.
I think you're going to see Morgan Sullivan and Caitlin Raposa in the middle of the pool.
And like I said before, Caitlin is a freshman, and I think that she's going to be a great swimmer when she gets to be
Junior, senior.
yeah, junior, senior.
She's already a great swimmer.
All right, you got to watch
Looks
out for
like
Elena, though.
Looks like we got an exhibition swimmer in lane 1. That's Amani Prince from Hampton High School.
All right, we're pretty close between lanes 3, 4, and 6. It looks like Caitlin's catching up to lane 6.
Yep. Is
It's
that
gonna be
Morgan Sullivan?
Yeah, Morgan had a good turn, so did Caitlin.
I mean, look at those kicks on the freestyle.
Looks like we're gonna have. Looks like Morgan.
Yeah, this is
Came in
Morgan's
and-
event. 50 freestyle and 100
Oh, that was a
freestyle.
close one for second, though. Second and third.
We're going to have at least 2 or 3 exhibition heats of the girls 100 free.
All right, we're about to start heat 2 of the girls 100 freestyle.
Not sure why there's a boy over there in lane 6. think he thought this was the 500 free. All right. These swimmers are trying to get a time of 1:15.99 to qualify for the district race and 1:03 flat to qualify for Kecoughtan Invitational. 1:03 flat's a pretty fast time. Not sure if any of these girls are going to get that, but a few of them look like they might be on the track for the 1:15.99 to make it to districts. Then you see the swimmers lining up down there at the end of the pool, the counters for the 500 freestyle. 500 freestyle is 20 laps of the pool, James. Did you ever swim the 500 free?
I think I did once.
Once?
I think I did once.
You know, a part of swimming the 500 free is to make sure that you and your counter have communication, so you know his signals for when you need to speed up, when you need to kick more. And you'll notice in the 500 free, when the counters are at the end of the pool and they're really dipping their counters in the pool, or they're swinging them back and forth, each coach has a different meaning for what that means, and the swimmers who are conditioned in the 500 know what it means. You'll notice them doing it towards the end of the race. We got one more 100 freestyle exhibition event.
Looks like they're all Kecoughtan swimmers.
Yep, I recognize Kara Peters in lane 3. She's a pretty fast freestyler. Swims for Riverdale during the summer league. I'm sure she's trying to go for that time. Yep, you see Kara pulling ahead. She probably could have swam in the regular event and kept up with them. No problem. That looks like Madeline Holt over there in Hampton High School. Standout swimmer from last year. She's a 50 freestyle and 100 freestyler. Pretty good too.
Yeah, I swam on a couple teams with her.
Your summer league team?
Yeah, summer league.
All right, here we go. It's time for the 500. They're telling Graham he needs to kick. There he goes.
All right, we're gonna see what they're telling everyone to do this time.
Let's see. Jacob Ruth's pulling ahead. He's almost a full body length ahead. And Donald Kleckner in lane 2 is coming up on his brother in lane 5. Looks like we got a duel in the pool. Got a duel in the pool, James.
That's very true.
Yeah, they're telling James. They're telling him to start kicking. That bell you hear ringing, that's to notify the lead swimmer that he's on his last lap.
And
Everyone else hears that bell too.
And this is the last lap, so this is where he's probably going to go wherever else he has left. He's going to sprint it.
He's going to try. Once you see those orange on the counters, you see that orange, you know you're home free. Looks like he's picking it up a little bit, James. Looks like the rest of them are on their last lap in lanes 2 and 5. Lane 1 over here has a few more laps, as well as lane 4. That was Jacob Ruth, Graham Spady just finished that race. Next coming up, you got the two Kleckner brothers. See if Tommy Kleckner, the younger one, can hold this lead he has over his brother Donald. Donald's not going to like that. All right, it's Tommy, freshman from Hampton High School. Donald not too far behind him. Girls 500 freestyle, 20 laps of the pool. In lane 2 from Hampton High School is Megan Mitchner. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is Jenna Napier. In lane 5 from Hampton High School is Rachel Lomax. And in lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Mary Kate Esposito. Again, we have some exhibition swimmers in there. That would be in lanes 1 and 4. The lanes to watch right now for points are lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right?
I think it's just 2, 3, and 5. I think 4 is another exhibition swimmer from
Okay.
Kecoughtan.
Kecoughtan should have 2 lanes. That's lanes 3 and 6, and Hampton's lane 2 and 5.
All right. All right, it's very, very early in the race. It's everyone's.
Hampton swimmer's taking a little bit of a lead. Kecoughtan's right beside her. Not sure if either one of these Kecoughtan girls are year-round swimmers, but I know Megan Mitchner is a year-round swimmer.
I don't think Jenna is.
Not sure about Mary Kate.
I'm not either. Looks like
Mary Kate has her own cheering squad over there. Lane 6 behind the lane. Megan's really pulling ahead now. You can tell it on her turns. It's Megan Mitchner from Hampton High School.
All right, looks like everyone is on lap 7. So we're almost halfway there.
You're going to watch as these swimmers try to start picking up a little bit of momentum here when it comes to the top of the race. It's not so easy in the 500 free. Again, this is where being a year-round swimmer, Swimming USA Swimming really comes in because you're really conditioned. You know, they swim about, I would guess, around 6,000 or 7,000 yards a day, where, you know, in high school, we're lucky if we can get about 3,000 yards in at Hampton High School, and I'm sure it's about the same at the other schools. And the pools are always crowded during practice, so you're always dealing with overcrowded lanes. There you go, Megan's pulling ahead. Jenna's still keeping up, and looks like Mary Kate and Jenna are almost neck and neck now. Jenna's still holding on to her second place lead. You can't count out Rachel Lomax over there in lane 5. She's still holding her own.
Looks like we are over halfway done with this race.
Yep, around lap 13. Some of them are just getting to lap 11.
This is where people are going to start slowly picking up the pace.
Where they should start picking up the pace, you're right. Not sure if everyone will be able to do that. Looks like Jenna, Megan, and Mary Kate might have lapped, and Megan in lane 2 might have lapped their opponents. Looks like they're about 2 laps ahead of everybody else. Megan's coming up here on lap 15. The swimmer beside her over there is just getting to lap 13. Kecoughtan swimmers are coming in on lap 15 as well. Here comes Megan up on lapping her teammate, Rachel. Then again, that's the difference between a year-round swimmer and a high school swimmer. High school swimmers don't get as long to practice, you know, before we have our first meet. But they got heart. Swim this 500, you gotta have it. Gotta be really disciplined.
All right, looks like we're
We should be hearing that bell.
around 17. I think it's the next one.
Right. This should be where you hear the bell, right here.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
There it goes. Megan's bringing it home. I think we can pretty much guarantee that Megan's going to win this race from Hampton High School. Mary Kate over there seems like she's bursting out a little bit of energy. She's pulled ahead of her teammate.
Looks like Jenna is in second right now.
Third. That's Mary Kate.
Third.
Oh, no, you're right. That's Jenna.
All right.
Next up, we got the relays, 200 free relay. This is when each swimmer will swim 2 laps of the pool, a 50 freestyle. We got 200 free relays coming up.
All right, this should be a very exciting event.
Right. From Hampton High School in lane 2, we have Corey Burke leading us off, Skylar Hutchinson, Adam Dobby, and Derek Stevens. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan is Philip Stickle, Cody Stickle, Riley Sayers, and finishing it up is Garrett Lynn. In lane 4 from Bethel High School is Kevin Mason, Mike Mason, Nick Raposa, and Scott Pease. In lane 5 from Hampton High School is Marcus Herrera, Paul Markvart, Will Hoon, Matt DuPont. And in lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Austin Smith, Austin Bellinger, Jeremy Mode, and Graham Spady.
It looks like Kecoughtan and Hampton are
Wow.
1-2, and then looks
Yeah,
like
but
Bethel.
Bethel's going to start picking it up here with Nick Raposa and Scott Pease.
Looks like Mike's making some more ground.
Looks like Coach Stickle has put his fastest swimmers at 3 and 4. See if Hampton can hold on to their lead here. It looks like Nick Raposa is coming up on Adam Dobby.
All right, this should be a close race for second.
this is
It
gonna
looks
be
like
tight. Derek
Kecoughtan.
Stevens and Scott Pease.
Looks like Kecoughtan is.
Yeah, they've secured their win. See if Derek can hold on to this lead for Hampton High School for second place. It's going to be tight. Scott Pease is a really fast freestyler, sprinter. And so is Derek.
That's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was a close.
That was
one.
too tough to tell up here. Too tough to tell, James.
All right, now we got the girls 200 freestyle relay.
From Hampton High School in lane 2, leading it off is Elizabeth Dobby, Megan Mitchner, Macy Smith, and Allie Schaefer. In lane 3, from Kecoughtan High School, is Morgan Sullivan, Mary DeGlos, Elena Williams, and Morgan Stickle. In lane 4, from Bethel High School, is Ashley Green, Beth Wilkins, Caitlin Raposa, and Emily Townsend. In lane 5 is from Hampton High School. That's Rachel Lomax, Caitlin Moody, Anna DuPont, and Janae Kelly. In lane 6, way over there, is Mallory Middleton, Chrissy Perry, Kara Peters, and Megan Baldwin. Looks like we got something going on. Kecoughtan's making a substitution, changing the order of their B relay, putting Kara Peters first.
All right, this should be a pretty close race.
I think lane 3 is probably going to take the early lead with Morgan Sullivan from Kecoughtan High School, with Hampton High School coming in close behind her. It's Elizabeth Dobby from Hampton High School, lane 2. I think Morgan Sullivan is going to take this race at districts, the 50 freestyle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's anyone out there that can beat her right now in the 50 free. It's Mary DeGlos diving in the water for Kecoughtan, and for Hampton, that's Megan Mitchner.
All right, you got to watch though the latter half of the Bethel relay.
All right. Caitlin Raposa. We've heard her name a few times tonight. It's Macy Smith in the water for Hampton High School. Elena Williams for Kecoughtan. Caitlin Raposa has just entered the water for Bethel. It's Anna DuPont over there for Hampton High School. Not sure who Kecoughtan has in the water because they changed the order of the relay. Now you got Allie Schaefer for Hampton High School and Morgan Stickle for Kecoughtan.
And Emily Townsend, I believe, just
dove in.
Dove in for Bethel.
That's Janae Kelly over there from Hampton. And I would imagine that's probably Jenna Napier or Chrissy Perry. In lane 6. Good job, girls. Now for the district meet, you don't have to have a qualifying time for relays or the Kecoughtan Invitational. Coaches can just enter them. But it's still important to get a good, fast time so that you get a good spot, you know, a good lane. All right, next up is the boys 100 backstroke. This is 4 laps of the pool. Swim completely on your back.
that's an exhibition swimmer from Hampton High School, Curtis Stade. Lane 2 is Derek Stevens from Hampton High School. Lane 3 is Cody Stickle from Kecoughtan High School. Lane 5 from Hampton High School is Corey Burke. And lane 6 from Kecoughtan High School is Zach Krisnow. Looks like Cody Stickle has taken the early lead, and the other 3 lanes seem to be neck and neck.
And this is a race that is probably going to come down to the last flip turn going into the
Finish.
finish.
That's right. I know the 2 swimmers from Hampton High School have almost the exact same time. Looks like Zach's pulling ahead. See if he can hold on to that lead. Derek looks like he's picking up a little bit of momentum there.
It was a good flip turn,
Yep.
too, by lane 3.
Good streamline. The time to get here in the boys 100 back is a 109. It's pretty tough. We know you're a backstroker, James.
Yeah.
We got the girls 100 backstroke coming up next.
Oh, well, we may have a heat 2, I think. Or that's just another.
I think he might have missed his event.
Okay.
He should have been in lane 4.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're still going to swim it or not. He's an exhibition swimmer. He should have been in lane 4 in Bethel's empty lane. Again, that's why you see some of these Hampton and Kecoughtan swimmers filling in the blocks where Bethel is not swimming anyone. So Hampton and Kecoughtan can put in swimmers that are trying to get their district cuts or their Kecoughtan invitational times.
All right. All right, looks like we're going to go ahead and do the girls 100 backstroke.
Right. Okay, in lane 2, stepping into the water for Hampton High School is Macy Smith. In lane 3 for Kecoughtan High School is going to be Emily Malone. In lane 5 from Hampton High School is Rachel Lomax. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Mary DeGlos. And the exhibition swimmer from the boys' backstroke seems to be in lane 1. Well, that was good. They let him go ahead and swim it so he can get that time.
All right, looks pretty even.
I'm going to predict that Macy Smith from Hampton High School is going to win this race. What do you say, James?
Right now, if she keeps it up, yes.
Macy is a backstroker. Macy's a year-round swimmer. She swims for Unique when she's not swimming for Hampton High School.
All right.
Unique's a swim club coached by Mark Rios. The swimmers know their count. When they see those flags, they know how many times they have to take a stroke before it's time to flip. So it's very important that they get their stroke counts right when they get to the flags. So they should know exactly how many strokes it's going to take them before they get to the wall. See Rachel looking for the wall there. Don't think she knew her stroke count, James.
Or she lost count. I've done that before.
I bet it's easy to do.
Oh, it is.
All right,
Looks
100 breaststroke. Oh, no, we got
have
an
heat
exhibition
two.
event.
Heat 2.
Heat 2. Full of Kecoughtan swimmers.
Yep. All right. Well, everyone's about even except for lane 3. Seems to have an early lead.
Got half a pool length. The rest of them are pretty neck and neck. Let's see if they've all calculated their stroke count right by the time they see the flags before they flip. There you go. Good job. Good job, lane 4. Looks like they all have.
All right. We have a good race between lanes 2, 5, and 6. Looks like,
Lane 3 seems to be coasting into the wall. What do you think?
yeah, it appears that way.
All right, this should be a really good race, this 100 breaststroke. Each one of the schools has really fast breaststrokers. I would expect to see a race here between lanes 2, 3, and 4. In lane 1, from Bethel High School, we have Mike Mason. In lane 2, from Hampton High School, we have Skylar Hutchinson. In lane 3, from Kecoughtan High School is Riley Sayers. In lane 4 from Bethel is Nick Raposa. In lane 5 from Hampton is Paul Markvart. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Zach Francis.
I don't know, you said lanes 2, 3, and 4, but you got to also watch out for Mike Mason in lane 1.
Uh-oh, Riley's taking the early lead.
Sorry, Skylar's coming up.
We had
on
a
him.
meet. There was a meet. Kecoughtan and Hampton swam each other, and Skylar beat Riley. In lane 2, Hampton beat Kecoughtan, and I think that Riley is out for blood.
All right, we got a good race, though, for second between Nick Raposa and Skylar. And Mike's not too far behind. He can still catch up.
Skylar wasn't feeling real well today when he got on the bus.
Looks like Riley has got this one.
Nick Raposa sure has gotten fast in the 100 breaststroke. I don't remember him being a breaststroker. Good job. That was very impressive.
All right.
Very impressive. Next up, we got any exhibition boys swimming breaststroke?
We might have 1, 2, maybe. All right, looks like we do have an exhibition heat.
2 swimmers.
I believe they're both from Kecoughtan.
I think you're right. You timing them? They're going for their district time of 1:25.99 or trying for that Kecoughtan Invitational time, 1:15 flat. It's fast. For a qualifying time.
Yeah, I was never really a breaststroker. This wasn't my,
I remember.
well.
I
do remember that, James. But your sister is quite a breaststroker.
Yeah, she's swimming next.
Your Coach Stickle over there cueing his swimmer to speed up. He's trying to get a time. Coach Stickle's trying to stack his district race here, trying to get as many kids qualified in as many different events as he can. He'll be in competition with Minchville and I would imagine the Warwick boys for first place at districts this year. I forgot to stop my watch.
All right, the girls' 100-yard breaststroke.
All right. In lane 2 from Hampton High School is Caitlin Moody. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan is Elizabeth Carey. In lane 4 from Bethel High School is Amber White. In lane 5 from Hampton is Allie Schaefer. And in lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Kara Peters.
I think this is going to be a pretty close race.
They all seem to be almost neck and neck, except for Caitlin Moody in lane 2. She's taking an early lead. Let's see if she can hold on to it. Looks like Kara Peters and Allie Schaefer and Elizabeth Carey are all neck and neck, and Amber White too. I think breaststroke is probably one of the toughest races to sprint.
Yeah.
You can believe that these girls will be tired when they get out of this pool. Breaststroke is a very relaxing stroke if you're just swimming, relaxing, but to race it is very hard.
Yes, it is.
You have to get every aspect.
That's part of the reason why I don't swim it.
Now these girls all got to touch with 2 hands. Looks like Elizabeth Carey is coming up on Caitlin Moody, and Allie Schaefer is pulling ahead too. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a close one.
Wow, that was close between Allie Schaefer, Caitlin Moody, and Elizabeth Carey from Kecoughtan. Not sure which one got that. Again, these girls are all trying for their Kecoughtan Invitational time of 1:22 or a district time of 1:31.99. 1:22 is pretty fast for an entry time. So if they made that time, they're doing good. They're in good standings for the district meet. We got an exhibition heat of breaststroke, again, full of Kecoughtan. Coach Stickle was a breaststroker when he was in high school, so it's no surprise that he has a team full of breaststrokers. No surprise there at all. I think he still competes in breaststroke in the Masters level. It's interesting to see the different styles of breaststroke that each one of these girls has. The thing about breaststroke is when you go down into your glide, you really got to push it. You got to push that kick to make you glide forward each time you kick. It's very important in breaststroke that your arms and legs are simultaneous. If you slip and do a scissor kick or the wrong flutter or a flutter kick during the breaststroke, then you'll be disqualified. That's what those judges are looking for at the end of the pool, is to make sure each one of these swimmers swims the race legitimately.
And two-hand touches.
Two-hand touches, right. Can't forget those. All right, we're finishing up the meet here. with the 400 free relays.
All right, this is going to be a good one, too.
This is the first time Bethel's had an A and B relay. Impressive. All right, in lane 1 from Bethel High School is Chad Weimer, Gabe Incinso, Connor Henderson, Grant Covington. In lane 2 from Hampton High School is Adam Dobby, Marcus Herrera, Donald Kleckner, and Paul Markbart. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan High School is Graham Spady, Austin Smith, Jacob Ruth, and Zach Prisno. In lane 4 from Bethel High School, Kevin Mason, Mike Mason, Nick Raposa, and Scott Pease, same guys from their 200 free relay. In lane 5 from Hampton is Matt DuPont, Lawrence Alexander, Brian Smith, and Will Hoon. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Jeremy Mode, Dylan Powers, Austin Bellinger, and Zach Francis.
All right, this is going to be a good race here between lanes 3 and 4 and 2.
Yeah, because you haven't even gotten to the really fast swimmers from Bethel yet. Looks like they're swimming out of order. Change the order on me. Is that Nick Raposa gonna anchor for Bethel?
No, that he's third. I think they kept the same order.
Oh, okay. We're on Mike Mason then. Third swimmer's going to be in the water. Coming in for Hampton's Donald Kleckner. For Kecoughtan's Jacob Ruth. And for Bethel in lane 4 is Nick Raposa.
All right.
I would imagine that Nick Raposa is going to gain some ground here.
Looks like I think we're gonna have a close race when it comes to the end of this. Good turn by Nick.
I was looking to see if Garrett Lynn was in this race, but it looks like he already swam 2 relays.
All right, Kecoughtan seems to have a lead.
Nick is gaining speed, and then you're finishing up the race with Scott Pease for Bethel. Zach Prisno should be in the water for Kecoughtan now, and Paul Markbart for Hampton. Would you believe the guy in lane 2 just learned how to swim?
No.
Yes, he did. Well, he just started swimming competitively this year. That's the neat thing about swimming for high school swimming is.
All right, looks like Scott's closing in on him.
Scott is definitely cutting down Kecoughtan's lead.
All right, good turn by Scott.
James, that's very impressive. Walking him down. Oh,
that's
just
right.
not enough to catch him.
That's all right.
That's all right. That was a great race. All right, Hampton's going to finish third. See if Hampton can get that number 4 spot. Again, the only points you get in the relays are for first, second, and third.
it's time for the girls.
All right, lane 2 from Hampton High School is Rachel Lomax, Caitlin Moody, Janae Kelly, and Anna DuPont. In lane 3 from Kecoughtan is Morgan Sullivan, Mary DeGlos, Elena Williams, and Morgan Stickle. In lane 6 from Kecoughtan is Mary Kate Esposito, Chrissy Perry, Emily Malone, and Jenna Napier.
All right, it seems like Kecoughtan's girl relay in lane 3 is pretty strong.
I think that's Morgan Sullivan. I can tell by the way she's holding her hands. See how Morgan holds her hands down when she swims? It works for her. She's definitely very fast.
All right, here comes the exchange. This is a very key point. You have to make sure that you don't jump before they touch the wall,
Right.
or you get
You have to
disqualified.
time your relay start exactly so that when you throw your arms back, your feet don't leave that block until the swimmer in the water has touched. If it does, your relay is automatically disqualified. You'll notice how the second, third, and fourth swimmer are doing what we call a relay start. That's where they throw their arms behind them. They follow the swimmer in, throw their arms behind them. That gives them an extra jump into the pool. The first swimmer can't do it. It's only the second, third, and fourth swimmer. Riley's mom over there. Well, James, I have to say this has been very fun.
It's been an exciting meet.
It
We've had
has.
great races.
Very exciting. I guess we'll all meet again at the district meet in the Kecoughtan Invitational.
Yes. And that should be a fun meet.
Well, the Kecoughtan Invitational is where you're going to have, that meet is pretty comparable to what the regional meet, maybe even faster than a regional meet. Somewhere in between regions and states. It's a fast meet.
All right, I believe the third swimmer is in for Hampton and everybody, actually.
Yep. I think the two Kecoughtan relay teams are a lap ahead of Hampton. That's Janae Kelly in the pool for Hampton High School.
All right, and last leg of the girls 200 or 400 free relay for Kecoughtan in lane 3 has jumped in.
Entered the pool. That's Elena Williams in lane 3. And just entering the pool for Kecoughtan in lane 6 is Emily Malone. That's Morgan Stickle in the pool for Kecoughtan, and Jenna in the pool in lane 6 for Kecoughtan. It's Anna DuPont that just went in the water for Hampton High School to finish up this relay. Looks like we can already tell that Kecoughtan's going to get first and second unless Anna can catch her, but I think lane 6 is already a lap ahead.
All right, Kecoughtan
Kecoughtan's
relay
finished.
in lane 3 is just finished.
And I think Hampton
And-
has another lap. Yep. We got first, second, and third.
All right, and we're about to finish this meet up here.
All right. It's good timing too. It's 9:15. We finished it in 2 hours. Morgan Sullivan is awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you, James, for helping us out tonight. It was good seeing you.
No problem.
Hope you had fun.
Oh, I did. And thanks, everybody. And everyone did a great job.
Right. Good job, Hampton, Kecoughtan, and Bethel.